Hi, welcome to English Composition. I'm Michael Cheng. I'm here with Jackie Sue. Today we're on Unit 8 and our topic is called Linger in Shangri-La.
大家好，欢迎来到英文作文课程，我是 Jackie Sue。今天我们来到第8讲的部分，漫游在香格里拉。
All right, so now in the last few chapters, we've been practicing how to write about some concrete objects. And so we also learned about writing about some more abstract things, such as a person's personality.
好，我们在前几周我们学会如何描述具体的事物，那我们也学会用一些抽象的概念来形容一个人物。
And another thing that we did is we learned how to prepare to write an essay by brainstorming before we begin to write in order to generate some ideas.
另外，我们也学习如何在写作之前做脑力激荡的做活动，利用集思网将写作的想法整理成一篇作文。
Today, we're going to continue to learn about some pre-writing activities in order to help you organize your writing before you actually begin the writing of your essay.
今天我们要学习更多写作前的构思方法，让你有效率地组织你的想法。
And in addition, what we're going to do is we are going to learn how to describe locations. Specifically, we're going to write about your favorite place to relax.
另外呢，今天我们也要学会如何描述一些地点。那更具体来说，我们今天要学会描述你想要放松的时候你会去的地点。
And so now we hope that right now you can take a few moments to consider, to think about your favorite place to relax. And while you're thinking about that, we're going to look at a video and see where some of our friends like to relax.
让我们接下来来看一段短片。那我们在看短片中的角色谈他们想要放松的时候去的地点的时候呢，请你也利用这段时间想想看，你自己最喜欢的放松地点为何？
Well, my favorite place to relax is the library. I always go to the library when I have free time. In the library, I can randomly pick up a book, no matter what kind of book it is, and enjoy the surprise from the book. Besides, if I get tired, I can take a rest without any disturbing. Actually, going to the library is a necessary part of my life.
My favorite place to relax is the park near my house. I always go jogging there with my iPod. Sometimes I meet my friends there and have a nice talk with them. After I jog, I like to sit on the bench and see what other people are doing. I really enjoy the atmosphere. That's really important to me.
Right, so those are some really interesting places to relax. And one thing I noticed is that some places, some people like to relax indoors, while other people like to relax outdoors.
在影片中提到一些蛮有趣的放松地点，那我们这个时候也注意到，有些人喜欢在室内放松，那有些人会选择到户外去做放松的动作。
And so now I hope by watching those videos, they gave you some ideas about the places that you could go to relax.
好，那我们透过看到影片的时候呢，可以让你自己对你自己喜欢的放松地点有一些想法，我们来放在作文当中。
Right, but the thing to remember is don't go and start writing right now. Before you write, you should actually do something called pre-writing.
那我们现在也不要马上就想说啊，我马上来开始做写作的动作。我们在写作之前，我们来做一些写作前的准备练习。
All right, so now let's go and learn about pre-writing in our writing focus section.
好，我们今天在写作重点的地方，我们要来学习如何做写作前的构思。
Nobody can sit down and just write an essay in one try.
没有人可以在毫无准备的情况之下，就一次写出很好的作文。
Writing is hard work. However, if you approach essay writing in a step-by-step manner, you can come up with a clear and logical essay.
写作是一个很艰巨的一项工作，但是我们完善的准备，并且有步骤的来进行我们的写作，我们的作文会变得相当的好。
All right, so now the first step of writing an essay is something that we call pre-writing.
我们写作的第一个步骤叫做写作前的构思。
And then the second step is the actual writing of the essay.
写作的第二个步骤则是确实的把我们的作文的内容写出来。
And then the third step is to revise and to edit your essay.
第3个步骤，我们最后来到把我们的作文重新再做校对的工作。
And so today we're going to look at pre-writing, and then we'll look at writing and editing in future units.
今天我们会先看到如何做写作前的构思，那我们的第2步跟第3步会在接下来的课程中看到。
And the thing that we want to emphasize about pre-writing is it's really important because pre-writing can help make the following stages of writing an essay much easier.
我们在此要强调，我们写作前的构思真的非常重要，因为好的写作前构思可以让我们接下来的写作更为轻松。
And now the goal of pre-writing is to come up with an idea and then to organize the idea.
我们写作前的主要的目标是能够先想出一些点子，接而组织我们所想出来的点子。
And to come up with ideas, we can do something that we call brainstorming.
那我们要有点子之前呢，我们可以利用一个练习叫做脑力激荡的方式来做出点子。
And when you brainstorm, you just write down any idea that comes into your head freely. You don't worry about whether the idea is completely related to the topic or not, and you don't try to judge if the idea is a good one or a bad one.
我们在做脑力激荡的时候呢，我们就是把我们想到的任何的想法，就是写在纸上，我们不用再去审视或者是再去复习我们想到的东西是不是对的。
And so what you do when you write down ideas when you pre-write is it gives you a chance to review on paper all these ideas that are floating around in your head, and then you can see if these ideas can help you generate even more and better ideas.
当我们把想法写在纸上的时候，我们就可以在这个时候回去再看我们的想法有哪一些可以再让你制造出更好的想法，然后再加到你的作文当中。
All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to show you 3 common ways to brainstorm during your pre-writing stage.
所以我们接下来要看到有3种写作前的构思方法，在让你的写作之前更为顺利。
And these 3 methods are making a brainstorm web,
这3个方法的其中第一个叫做利用脑力激荡做一个集思网，
right? The second one is free writing,
第2个则是自由写作，
and the third one is making a list.
第3个是列举清单。
All right, now the first method, making a brainstorm web, is something that we introduced to you in Unit 7. So we're just going to take a few minutes to review this method kind of quickly.
第一个方法为集思网脑力激荡，已经在第7讲的时候已经介绍过了，所以我们在这会快速的复习脑力激荡集思法。
Right, so in order to make a brainstorm web, you should, first of all, in the middle of your paper, you should write down what your topic is.
我们要做集思网的时候呢，第一件要做的事情是在纸的中央写上作文的题目。
All right, and then what you do is you write down your ideas about the topic in words or phrases around the topic that's in the middle of the page.
接下来呢，将你的想法以单字或是片语的形式写在作文主题的周围。
All right, and then you just make more and more links to the central topic.
接下来将这些单字或片语所代表的想法连接到作文的主题。
And so what we're going to do now is we're going to show you an example of a brainstorm web that we made for our essay today.
让我们来看看今天作文的集思网的范例。
All right, so now let's take a look at the brainstorm web, and you can see that first we're going to write down our topic in the middle of the page, and our topic is favorite place to relax.
我们来看一下范例中，我们要把今天的主题写在我们的画面的中央。那今天的主题是我最喜欢的放松地点。
All right, and now we want to link ideas, whatever idea pops up into our head.
那现在我们要把我们的想法连出去，任何一个想法都可以。
And so 2 things that come into my head right away are the ideas indoors and outdoors, because you can see in our earlier video, one student talked about an indoor place, another one talked about an outdoor location to relax.
所以我们想到放松地点的时候，我们可以第一个想到就是室内跟户外的地点。由于我们在之前的短片中有看到2个学生选择的地点不同，所以我们先把室内和户外放上去。
All right, so now let's go and take a look at this outdoor link, and we're going to add some other favorite outdoor places. And so for me, I can think of maybe a forest and a swimming pool.
我们从户外的空间中，我们可以延伸出喜欢的地点，譬如说森林和游泳池。
Right, and so what you do with the links that we just wrote are now we can look at them and think of more ideas. And so, for example, if I go to the forest and some ideas that pop into my head are, it's relaxing because it's a very green place. It's also relaxing because there's clean air there.
接下来，我们针对我们所列出的地点，我们再做一些细节的叙述。譬如说，我们在森林这个地方呢，它是一个适合放松的地点，因为我们想到它是一个绿色的空间，并且拥有干净的空气。
Right, now we also want to go to the pool and expand that link. And for me, I can think it's a very silent and peaceful place when you're underwater.
接下来，针对游泳池的空间，我们也做延伸。那我们想到的是，在水里面游泳的时候呢，水里面是安静和平静的。
Right, so now let's go to the other side of this web and let's take a look at this idea of indoor places to relax.
接下来我们看到，集思网的另外一边有室内的放松空间。
And so maybe one place that's nice to relax is at home, while another place is at the library, like Gary mentioned in the video.
我们室内的放松空间，可能一个是在家里，另外一个如我们短片中 Gary 所提到的是图书馆的空间。
And so if we think about the library, it can be relaxing maybe because there are soft chairs there to sit in, and there may be many interesting books and magazines that we can read while we're in the library.
举例来说呢，图书馆是一个令人放松的地方，因为图书馆里面可能有很多柔软的椅子，并且有很多有趣的书籍和杂志。
And now let's go to home. And so we think about the home, maybe there are many different kinds of rooms you can relax in, such as your living room.
那我们到房子的放松地点的时候呢，我们可以看到，例如客厅是一个很好的放松地点。
Another place could be your bedroom.
另外一个可能是你的卧室。
And then maybe the kitchen, because some people, they like to cook and they find it very relaxing to spend time in the kitchen.
最后是厨房，因为有些人喜欢在厨房呢，透过料理来放松心情。
And so here you can see we have an example of a very simple word brainstorm web that only took us a few minutes to create.
所以以上我们看到一个相当简单，但是有效率、有内容的一个集思网，来帮助我们做写作前的练习。
All right, let's take a break now. We'll be back with you in a few moments. Welcome back. We're going to spend some time talking about some other pre-writing methods now.
欢迎回来，接下来我们要看另外的一些写作前的构思方法。
Now, a second way to pre-write is something that we can call free writing.
第二种写作前的构思方法称为自由写作。
So basic free writing will follow these guidelines.
自由写作的方法如下。
And so you should write nonstop for a set period of time, usually like 10 or 20 minutes.
自由写作第一个呢，我们必须要在特定的时间内，不间歇的写作。通常我们给自己设定10到20分钟的时间。
And you should keep writing, even if you have to write something like, I don't know what to write about.
重点是我们要持续的写作，即便你写出来像我不知道我该写什么东西也没有关系。
Also, don't make corrections as you write.
我们在自由写作的过程中，请你也不要修正你的内容。
And just write whatever comes into your mind.
写下任何你所想到的点子。
And at this point, do not judge or examine what you're writing.
在这个阶段，请你也不要去批评或是检视你所写下来的内容。
And then when the free writing period is over, the 10 or 20 minutes that you set aside, when this free writing period is over, then take a look at what you've written and decide if you came up with anything that would make a good topic for your essay.
在时间到了之后呢，再停下来检视你所写的内容，看看里面是不是有一些内容可以适合拿来继续发展成为你的作文的题目。
And something really important to remember is that free writing is just for getting ideas. You shouldn't take your piece of free writing and turn it into your teacher and say, this is my essay.
请务必记得，我们自由写作的练习方法，它仅适合你作为你的写作前的构思的一个练习，千万不要将自由写作的内容交出去给老师当做正式的作业。
And free writing is what we can call a very terrific memory stimulator. It can just make your mind go in all kinds of crazy directions because it allows you a lot of freedom as a writer.
自由写作也是一个极好的刺激记忆跟脑力的一个活动，它给作者一个很大的自由发挥的空间，让你的写作呢就是更有效率。
Right? On the other hand, free writing can be very time consuming. So if you set 20 minutes aside, then you have to spend that whole 20 minutes just coming up with something. And then another problem with free writing is that it doesn't actually guarantee you're going to come up with some brilliant idea or have a brilliant result. And in the end, it might just show you that these are some topics that are not really good for you to write about.
但另外一个方面，自由写作它其实是一个非常耗时的活动，它也不能够保证出你一定会有一定很好的效果。那到头来，你自由写作的内容可能只会告诉你说，你想出来的东西并不适用。
Right, so now I'm going to show you an example of some of my own free writing, and this is something that only took me a few minutes to write. I didn't set aside 20 minutes to write.
以下是郑老师他的自由写作的范例。那他这个时候并没有给自己设定一个10到20分钟的限制时间，而是利用一些短短的时间就把自由写作的内容写出来。
And so we're going to show you something I wrote about the swimming pool that you saw in the brainstorm web.
好，接下来的这一个自由写作的范例呢，是针对我们在集思网里面看到的游泳池这个空间做了一些描述。
All right? And so it says, my favorite place to relax is the school swimming pool.
我最喜欢的放松地点是学校的游泳池。
It's quiet and mostly empty most mornings.
它早上的时候，游泳池是很安静的，人也很少。
I love how it becomes so quiet when my head is underwater.
我特别喜欢把头进入水中时那种安静的感觉。
It's peaceful, and I feel like the whole world just disappears. My mind empties, and I only need to think about my next stroke and my next kick.
早上游泳时真的很平静，也觉得整个世界都消失在水中。这时能够净空他的思绪，并且只需要思考下一个游泳动作是什么。
And so in the end, you can see that we actually did not use this piece of free writing for the basis of the writing model.
最后你可以看到，我们这段自由写作并未真正的形容我们的地点，所以说我们没有把它用在我们的范例当中。
And you can also see that this piece of free writing really isn't describing the relaxing location so much, but it's more focused on my own feelings about swimming.
这段自由写作它也并未真的形容地点，而是针对老师对于游泳这个活动的想法。
Right, so now let's talk about a third way in order to do some free writing.
接下来我们看到第3种写作前的构思的方法。
All right, and so we're going to talk about making a list now.
接下来的构思方法叫做列举清单。
Right, and this way is more organized and systematic, and it's suitable for people who are very logical.
第3种方法它比较有条理，而且它比较适合偏好逻辑性思考的人。
Right, and listing consists of the following steps. And the first step is to write down any idea that surfaces about the subject in a list, and you just write your list in the order in which these ideas occur.
列举清单的第一个步骤是将任何关于这个主题的想法写下来，并依照想法产生的方式排序条列。
Right, and you write as fast as you can, and you organize those ideas after you've exhausted the subject.
这个时候，请尽量写得越快越好，并在你写进了主题后排列这些想法。
Listing is a very popular way of pre-writing because we make lists all the time in our everyday lives.
列举清单是一个非常受欢迎的方式，因为我们无时无刻在生活之中都会用列举清单的方式呢，这个简单的技巧来对我们的生活做一些便利性。
And so, for example, a lot of people will make a shopping list or a grocery list before they go to the supermarket, and other people will make to-do lists that list all the things that they need to get done during the day.
举例来说，有些人会在去超商购物之前会写一下，他们接下来要购买的杂物清单，或者是在备忘录或者是自己的笔记本里面列举一些应该做的事情的清单。
However, compared to compared to free writing, listing can be kind of confining because it's very, very linear. You put everything in an ordered list. And so it doesn't allow for as much associative activity, or it doesn't allow you to think about other ideas that aren't in the order of the list.
然而，和自由写作相比，列举清单它有时候可能是稍微比较限制你的创意，因为你透过条列式的方式没有办法自由发挥你的想法在你的纸张之中。也就是说，它有时候它会比较难以让作者有发挥的空间。
Right, so now that we've learned three ways to generate ideas, we have one more thing that we need to do before we begin writing our essay, and that's to organize an outline.
好，现在我们既然已经学了3种的写作前的构思方法，我们接下来要进行到的是写作的部分。那在我们写作文章之前，我们要把我们的想法组织起来，拟做一个写作大纲。
Right, we're going to take a break now, and then after the break, we'll learn about making outlines.
我们休息一下。
We can think of an outline as a more organized version of your word web, or maybe it's a more logical version of your free writing, or else we can call it a more detailed version of your list.
拟定大纲，我们可以看作是一个你的自由写作，或者是你的写作前的构思这个练习呢，比较有逻辑跟条理的一个组织方法。
And so, for example, you can use your outline to reorganize the items in the list if those items are not in the best possible logical order.
你可以再趁这个机会呢，将你的写作前的构思的这个里面的内容重新做一个重组的动作，让你的顺序跟逻辑更为有条理。
Now, the first step in making an outline is to write down the main point of your essay.
我们拟定大纲的第一个步骤，就是要把你文章的主题写下来。
And so what you should do is you should write down your topic, and you should also write down how you feel about that topic.
我们先把我们的主题写下来之后呢，再针对你的这个主题写下你的感受。
And so, for example, you can even write down a draft of your topic sentence now.
现在你也可以开始写一个主题句的草稿。
Now, the second step in making your outline is to write down your idea for the conclusion.
我们拟定大纲的第二个步骤是要请你写下你对文章的结论想法。
Right? When you write down, when you write, you have to have a clear idea of where you want to go. Because if you don't know where the essay is going to end up, or if you don't know the direction you want the essay to take, it can wander around and end up confusing people.
接下来你在写结论的时候，你必须要很清楚了解你的方向要往哪里走。假如你的结论并没有一个很明确的方向的话，你的文章会变得天马行空，那读者读起来也会觉得不知所云。
However, you don't have to worry about the exact words that you're going to use in your conclusion at this point.
但是在这个时候呢，你还不需要去担心你在文章里面使用的修辞的问题。
You just want to know kind of the general idea or the main point you want to make in your conclusion, because you can always change the wording later.
这个时候，你只需要把你的重点的论点写得清楚，因为我们在之后完成写作的时候，可以再回来修正。
Right, so now after you figured out what your topic is, and then you figured out the conclusion, you can go back and start planning the support for your essay.
接下来，因为你已经确定了你的主题和你的结论，所以接下来你要去规划你的支持论点。
And so you can go back and look at your list, for example, and find out which items can help you prove the point that you want to make in your topic.
接下来，你可以回到你的写作前的构思的练习里面呢，从那个清单中去看出有哪一些内容是可以用来印证支持你的论点。
And you usually want to have 3 specific ideas or 3 specific details to support your essay.
通常会需要至少3个支持论点。
Right, here's an example of an outline for the writing model.
以下的例子可以作为我们写作范例的大纲。
You can see that we have 5 supporting points.
我们可以看到，现在总共有5个支持论点。
You can also see how we added many detailed examples to each supporting point.
你也会注意到，我们针对每一个论点，另外也加入了不同的细节描述。
At the top of this, you can see that we have our topic sentence.
第一句我们可以看到，我们有我们的主题句。
And it says here, I have a warm and cozy bedroom, and I feel comfortable and happy in it all year around.
我们的主题句讲到，我有一个温暖舒适的房间，我一年四季都在房间里感到舒服又快乐。
And so this is going to be the topic that we want to try to express all through the essay.
这个主题句会贯穿我们整篇作文。
All right, now let's go on to our writing model, and let's see what we came up with, the essay we came up with based on this outline.
接下来我们看到我们写作范例，来看一下我们完整的作文。
A warm and cozy bedroom.
一个温暖又舒适的卧室。
I have a warm and cozy bedroom, and I feel comfortable and happy in it all year round.
我有一个温暖舒适的房间，我一年四季都在房间里感到舒适又快乐。
The room is decorated all in natural colors, so it reminds me of a warm spring or autumn day. The floors are made of a deep brown wood, so it never gets too cold in winter or too hot in summer.
我的房间使用大地色系来装潢，让我想起一个温暖的春天或者是秋天。地板使用了深色的木质地板，所以冬天不会太冷，夏天也不至于太热。
The walls are a rich cream color, and they remind me of fresh milk right from a dairy farm.
墙壁的部分则使用了饱和的乳白色，这让我想起了从乳农场直接运送的新鲜牛奶。
One wall has a reproduction of Monet's water lilies on it. There are big windows in two of the other walls of the room.
其中一面墙还挂了一幅莫内的睡莲，另外两面墙则各有一面大窗户。
In front of the windows, there are many green plants growing from hanging planters. The painting and the plants make me feel like I'm in a garden.
在窗户前还挂有许多的绿色的植物，画作与植物让我觉得仿佛我是置身于花园之中。
In the winter, I close the windows and the warm sunlight shines through and makes the room comfortable and cozy.
冬天的时候，我会关上窗户，并让温暖的阳光从窗户射入，让房间整个舒适又惬意。
But in the summer, I open the windows and a cool breeze blows through the room.
夏天的时候，我则会把窗户打开，让凉爽的微风吹进整个房间。
Inside the room, there's a big, comfortable bed. The bed has a wooden headboard and it matches the color of the floor well.
房间里面还有一个又大又舒适的床，它的木质床头板和地板的颜色很搭配。
My bedroom is perfect, for it is just like a warm spring garden.
我觉得我的房间非常的完美，因为它就像一个温暖的春天的花园一样。
All right, so you can see that this essay is based very closely upon the outline that we made earlier.
可以看到我们这个写作范例跟我们所画出来的大纲是非常相近的。
And so for your homework, what you should do is review the material in this unit and do the writing activity.
所以今天的作业呢，请你复习我们今天课程的内容，并且在我们的练习里面完成我们的写作。
All right, and then after that, take some time and think about your favorite place to relax and see if you can write your own essay about a favorite place to relax or maybe like a dream house or a dream room that you have.
所以在你完成写作练习之后呢，你也可以想想看，你自己最喜欢放松的地点为何？例如说，它是一个你的梦想中的房子，或是一个任何的地点，那你就可以开始来做这段作文的写作了。
All right, thanks for joining us this week for English composition. We'll see you again next week.
谢谢收看，我们下次再见。